Hello everyone and welcome back to Sudden Wealth. I hope you guys are doing very well. I apologize, this week has been very tough to post any videos. I've been in the middle of a recovery from surgery, but also work has been extremely busy, and it will be like that until the end of March. I will be traveling for business next week and the week after, so I'll probably need to do a similar setup with the one that I have today, still without the mask. So I do believe that the full uniform will come, either really at the end of March or the beginning of April. So once again, guys, thank you very much, for your support. But just bear in mind a little bit this setup for the next couple of weeks, and hopefully then, as of April, everything will be back to normal. Now, where are we in the cycle? The crypto cycle. We are still under Bitcoin dominance, which is lasting more than it should. In fact, Ethereum should be outperforming quite aggressively Bitcoin by now at around 20 to 25%. However, the strength in Bitcoin combined with a lackluster performance in Ethereum, maybe because it's a cycle 3 coin, maybe the cycle 3 curse that Bitcoin also experienced in the last cycle. For those of you who don't remember, Bitcoin went from, if you look at the top of 2017, which was 20K, up to 69K, you're talking about the 350%. And as you guys know, sometimes we do that in altcoins in, like 3 days, right? So Ethereum is a bit laggard in terms of performance. There are rumors that the ETF is going to be approved in May. We'll see. I think if it would be approved in 2025 or late 2024, that would be a very good top signal. But if indeed it comes in May, then we'll probably need to be looking for a different top signal for this cycle in particular. In any case, we sold off a little bit in Bitcoin. 65K should hold on quite nicely. So, pay attention to that level. Otherwise, of course, the big number will be 50K. As the big support. I would expect us to go to 50K or close to it. So let's say, give it, 47 to 52K, within the Bitcoin halving. Now, in my opinion, as I've mentioned before, I do believe it's going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. 2012 dropped 38%, 2016 dropped 39%, 2020 dropped 38% over 1 to 2 months. Maybe with the ETFs, we don't drop as much, or we drop as much, but we recover quicker. So instead of taking 1 to 2 months, maybe it takes 3 weeks. We'll see. We are here to see. If you check Bitcoin miner stocks, they are already selling off quite a bit. Some of them are even in bear market territory. So basically flagging out the halving, which is coming. Now, one thing that needs to be said, because this is a reality, and as I've mentioned, I'm not an anti-other cryptos. In my opinion, the better we all do, the better for the ecosystem. So I don't believe in that whole tribalism of for me to succeed, everything else needs to perish. I don't believe that. But to be honest, looking back in time, the best place you could have been would be BNB. I understand the concerns about that coin, particularly the fact that, about 100 wallets control 99% of the supply. So that is, quite crazy concentration risk-wise, if you will. But the reality is, at the worst of the bear market, I think we went down 65-70%, and we are now approaching new all-time highs very quickly. So if you wanted a fairly painless bear market, BNB would be the one. So for example, Bitcoin went down 77%, Ethereum went down 85-86%, and BNB went down 65-70%, and it's close to all-time highs. So once again, it's not one of my favorite coins, but truth needs to be said. What I'm saying is factual, is not my opinion. However, please bear in mind indeed that 100 wallets control something like 99% of the supply. So you always have that concern with them. However, so far so good, so we cannot really judge something before it happens. Now, what I wanted to flag a little bit in terms of narratives, and this will tie in not just for my retirement bags, but also my lottery tickets. So it has been clear to me as of late, and I've mentioned this over my last lottery ticket picks, is that on the meme space, it seems to me that it's going to be dominated, if you will, by the PEPE ecosystem. And that is why I got exposure to Brett, Andy, and Wolf on Ethereum, which are basically the three friends of PEPE. Lottery tickets, meaning separate wallets, meaning small tickets, meaning if it goes to zero, I'm fine. Now on Wolf, I'm up about 350%. On the other two, I'm down currently around 50%. However, I do believe those three meme coins will do very, very well. Will we get a PEPE style of 980,000 fold in terms of returns? I mean, I don't think so. But for example, if you look at Brett in Solana, which has touched $400 million, so I'm talking about the ones in Ethereum, just to be clear, I do think, some of them have the potential to go at least to triple-digit market caps. So I've tried to buy them at 3 million market cap or below, which is what I've done. And I do believe that narrative will be very important. Now, another narrative that I'm seeing, and I'm actually quite excited for it, under the crypto gaming side, so basically crypto gaming in general is back, and I do believe that one of my lottery tickets has now the potential of being one of the best performers actually, which is PIKAMOON. So PIKAMOON will be out on Friday, 22nd of March. For those of you who don't know, I got into the first stage of the pre-sale and the second stage of the pre-sale as well. So I've been there for quite a while. And in the beginning, it was very uncertain. It was very, another crypto game, right? But the team has showcased every step of the way the development. There are no VCs involved. They already secured 3 top-tier exchange listings before coming out. The marketing has been extremely effective. The team is all doxed, so now the risk of rug pull is very small. The tokenomics are decent. Many of the coins will not be out until 36 months into the future. So a lot of good things around the project. Can it be like another Sandbox or X Infinity? Look, I hope so. I really hope so. But even if it doesn't, I think it's going to be a solid lottery ticket play. Mostly because it fits the narrative, which is very important, and you do see, and also the beta version of the game is crazy. They already have a lot of players testing out the beta version. I think more than 8,000 people. So I mean the metrics look very decent. So I'm actually quite excited for that one. I do believe, if you ask me, okay, would it be the highest probability lottery ticket? Yeah, probably I would say yes. Yes. And coming back to narratives, and this is very important, right? We know that every bull cycle will have narratives. Now the question is, which one's going to be? So 2021, it was all about layer 1 chains, was all about dog coins and all of the sort. This time is looking to be PEPE, AI, gaming, these kind of narratives, and it's important to try to find sometimes also the lottery tickets that can give you a moonshot opportunity, in case your core coins, let's call it like that, they are, laggard a little bit. And those narratives are very key to pay attention, and particularly these ones are already performing very well, despite the fact that we are still not in a full-fledged altcoin season. The way we get to the altcoin season is when Bitcoin tops and its dominance starts to decrease. Ethereum goes first and then the altcoins follow. So that's what we're looking for, and I do believe that we have the potential for some explosiveness going around in this cycle, but so far we are still in Bitcoin's dominance. Now let's shift into the narratives in my core coins, which are PulseChain, PulseX, Hydron, and Icosa. And I've mentioned this before. PulseChain, I think, is working great. I think it's the easy pitch. particularly as Ethereum finally enters more into the bull market stage, which is everybody's becoming aware of how expensive the freaking gas fees are. And this is only going to get worse because Ethereum's price is going to go up, demand is going to go up, congestion in the network is going to go up. And the fact of the matter is, people are always saying, oh, Ethereum will solve the gas fees, Ethereum will solve the gas fees. And I do believe that they have the capability to do it. But the point is, why would you solve the gas fees if you're the number one used network charging those ridiculous fees or leading to those fees being so high, but people still pay them? Like the biggest wallets are all in Ethereum, they keep on being on Ethereum, they don't give two craps about it. So from Ethereum's perspective, so we don't see the urge to change. So when people are coming up with ideas that they're gonna, lower the fees and do all of that, look, I think that will take longer than people expect. But in any case, yes, that's gonna happen, and that's the beauty of PulseChain, in which you have a copy of your ERC20 tokens already in the PulseChain, so you don't need to bridge anything; they're already there, and it's much cheaper. It's much faster, and it works well. I mean, it's not always constantly going down. PulseX is you want the casino. Very simple. People trade, people do stuff. There's an automated buy and burn function. A percentage of the fees goes into the market, buys a PLSX, and burns it forever, and that's about it. Now, the problem with the narratives now is on X, which is X used to be, okay, the store of value. Right? You buy X, you stake it over many years, and you collect the yield, and you delay gratification into the future, and you forget about short-term gains. Now, what the community is noticing is, okay, but what if I just yield farm, meaning I just put in liquidity pools amongst tokens, and I collect the incentive token, and that is my yield instead of X. And X was always, to some degree, a bit hated by a lot of people, but the other tokens seem to be kind of free from that drama. Now, in my view, and I've mentioned this at the time, during the fork of PulseChain, I had X on Ethereum and X on PulseChain. So I got Andidron and Icosa on Ethereum, and then I got the copy on PulseChain. So in my view, I had all of them. So I really didn't need to pick winners and losers. But in my opinion, when I was seeing people saying to new users, oh, buy the X on Ethereum, I always wondered, but that's why I've always refrained a bit from talking too much about X, and I was always talking mostly about PulseChain, because exactly, to me, it made no sense. Why would you pay $500 fees on Ethereum if you have the same X on PulseChain, but paying a penny? So to me, it never made any sense. So the question now becomes is, okay, if it's not a store of value, what X is? It's just a meme coin? I mean, who knows, right? The point is, and this is the funny part, if you can, and this showcases crypto very well. So this is a good lesson for everybody out there, including myself, by the way. If you'd ask, so Richard Hart created 4 tokens: X, which existed both on Ethereum and on PulseChain, PulseX, and the incentive token. Now, if you asked anybody which coin would underperform everything, it would be the incentive token. Why? Inflationary, serves no purpose, people get it for free. Permanent sell pressure, right? Which ones have done the best so far? The incentive token, the one that everybody thought was going to do the worst. And this showcases indeed also not just the power of narrative in crypto, but the power of being contrarian, the power of going literally against the earth. So people were saying, which ones are going to outperform? PulseChain and X. Which ones have been outperforming? PulseX and incentive token. The ones that nobody thought were going to outperform in the beginning. But this just shows you that when there's consensus on something, then everybody positions for it, and then the only thing that can happen is the other way around. That is the key. So, I mean, I do believe that those coins will do, all of them will do very well. I do prefer PulseChain and PulseX because they are cycle 1 coins. I've never made a secret of it. X, I don't care. People are saying, oh yeah, but PX, X on PulseChain, that's a cycle 1 coin. No, it's the same community, same traumas, same bear market experience, same fears, same everything. That only works when you're really engaging with a coin for the first time, in which you really have price discovery. Like, people will always have in their mind 55 cents as a top, $1 maybe the maximum we're gonna go to, this kind of stuff. So it just doesn't go away. But the point of this video is, number one, to talk about, of course, the very exciting lottery. Oh, by the way, I forgot about one of the lottery tickets will be Pulse Launch, which is going to be a launch pad that's going to come out on the 19th of March, in which basically people will be able to incubate new projects and they will be voted in by the community. There's a percentage of the net profits that will be used to reward the stakers of the launch tokens. So I'm quite excited for that one. Launch pads also tend to do well in the highest of the bull market. So I deployed a few, about $1,000 into it, so nothing major. But however, I'm still excited about it, and it's going to come out next week, so 19th of March. So I'm going to pay attention to it, see how it does, see how the team is progressing, and I'll keep you posted on that one as well. But what is the final message of this video? It is essentially that crypto narratives are much more important than people give credit for, and the stupidest of things will go the highest possible. And also, when everybody is so convinced that one or two things are going to outperform everything else, and that the other two things will underperform everything else, usually, and as always, the crowd is wrong, the contrarians are right, but to do what is contrarian is extremely difficult and painful. And such, that's why it does never happen. And with that, guys, I leave you be. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. I hope to come back tomorrow, give you a nice overview of the week and I think the months coming forward. And thank you very much for your support, guys, and thank you for betting with me throughout this difficult period or this not so visually appealing period, let's say. But I hope by late March, early April, everything will be back to normal. With that, guys, thank you very much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next one.